All right, day 438. We're going to do this quickly because we always talk about how to run a deal, and I want to show you just exactly how fast you can do it. So, I got emailed this property for 2000 Madison Drive, North Belton, 4 bed, 2 bath, no HOA, 5 downtown. The PITI is 1497. Now, if I go to affordablehousing.com and I go to the market rent estimator, plug in the address, plug in the bedroom count, I can see right here that the average rent for 24 units within a 1.31 mile radius is, just make sure this is checking. Yep. Is 1497 and the market rent is 1765. Okay. Now that sounds like you might cash flow, right? But if you remember our math, right? We can take 1765 and we will just take 75% of that, right? Just minus all your expenses. Really rough back of the napkin math, because we always set aside 10% for the maintenance, set aside 10% for property management, and we also set aside 5% for vacancy, because there's going to be days where your home is empty. That's 25% off your rent right away. So you do 765 and times that by 0.75. That's how much cash flow in the best case scenario that you're looking at. 1323. 1323 is below this 1497, right? Below that 1497. So, with that said, you already know this is a negative cash flowing deal. So, you don't need to proceed anymore. Now, this is not investment. I'm not selling any investments on the call. I mean, you can look at a property. You can say, well, whoa, I mean, this property looks rent ready. Not much you need to do, right? 2924. So it's 10 months old. So can't even be sure if this property still looks like this. You might have to renovate the bathroom a little bit. I mean, you could probably get away with it. I personally would replace the carpeting, but you're going to have some maintenance on this property. Now, this property was sold or pending at 295, and they're being sold at right now 309. So you can see why they did a seller finance deal, right? They are selling for a gain. So they're selling for a price above what they would have gotten had they sold it on the market, because they're doing a creative finance deal. See what just happened there? Right? So that's how you understand. And you don't know the terms yet and whether there's a balloon yet for this 100 grand seller finance, because they're financing their equity piece and acting as a bank for your deal, right? So a subject to deal means you're taking over the underlying loan, but you're still taking ownership of the property, but you got to take over the payments underlying. That's the benefit, right? That's why they're selling this property for above, if you will, what the market was willing to offer. And that's because they're willing to provide a lower than market interest rate. Now, if you're in Texas, right, you got to be careful. Insurance is going up every single year by a significant amount. And if you're not taking that into account, especially with how high property taxes are going for, this negative $100, $200 of cash flow a month might grow a lot higher in a year or two, right? So even if you're buying for appreciation, which is really risky because you're speculating that the price will go up, it's a tremendous amount of risk, but it's an option, right? And that can help you decide whether or not this is something that you want to include as part of your process. Okay. So hopefully this was helpful, everybody. I just want to show you all how to quickly run a deal today, because we always talk about avoiding burnout. And when you are able to look at a deal like this, look at the rent really fast, do some quick math, what we did earlier, and realize that, hey, it's not going to cash flow, so it's not going to be worth my time. Now, can you pursue different strategies such as midterm rentals? Yeah, absolutely. But that's not my strategy. And so that doesn't apply to me. You will build your own habits on how you can quickly realize whether or not something's a deal so you can avoid burnout, right? What's burnout? Burnout is essentially doing a lot of work for no return on your results, on your efforts. And that could be very frustrating at times. But that's why we stay consistent. That's why we do this every single day. That's why we build in the reps, so we understand quickly whether or not something's worth our time, right? Whether or not something's worth our time to send a contractor out there. So I hope you all have an amazing Wednesday. I hope you will join me for tomorrow. And again, I didn't do the spreadsheet today, but you guys want, you guys could have plugged in all the details. But if you guys want, you can go to affordablehousing.io, go to the get deal analysis tool. That's the fastest way you get a copy of the spreadsheet. I didn't make the spreadsheet from scratch. I got it from a few other folks. I modified, I tweaked it so that I can analyze deals as fast as possible. And I hope this was helpful, everybody. But if you just think about it, if you can create your own YouTube channel and show people how you quickly rule out bad deals and just show how confident you are, I mean, they're going to ask you, hey, why do you think this is not a deal? Or why do you think this is a deal? You can say, hey, I've been looking at deals for the past 438 days. Might that give you some confidence that you know what you're doing? I certainly hope so. All right. Hope you all have an amazing day. I'll see you all tomorrow for day 439.